Well, welcome to once again. New England weather sucks because it usually does. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. Guys just missed a chunky male coyote run across the tree line there, all by himself, no pack. But let's do some car stuff. So the 70C10 is back from John at FX Innovations. He was doing a bunch of the stuff on this because we just simply did not have the time to get this and that ready. And obviously the 75K10 is not going to October Barrett. It may go to January. Just had a talk with the boss. This might also be going to January, so we might only be bringing Sunshine, but there's about $1 million worth of Ferraris from work that are also going. SF90, special edition Roma, a bunch of stuff that just hasn't sold is all going there. So what's super awesome is that because we're bringing over $1 million worth of cars there, they're getting some VIP access and into the, what do you call it up top, the muscle car lounge and all that stuff. Of course, I'm not going to this one. So, you know, this is my luck. This is how I work. But, so this is back. You saw last week. I tuned this thing, got it running. It's mint. Guy hasn't picked it up because the wipers don't work, which he didn't tell us about, which weren't in his budget, so he didn't want to deal with them. But as you can see, it's raining out, so he's not picking it up today. But we're on to Sunshine. I've got a ton of wiring to do still. You saw she had her glamour shots. A little bit of subterfuge there because definitely wasn't 100% together and ready to go yet. But time constraints, we need to get the shots done to get the, what do you call it, listing. Get the pictures for the listing and all that. We've got a really good spot. I think, if I remember hearing them correctly, we are actually right after Sammy Hagar's LaFerrari, which is pretty cool. But as you can see, these wheels, they look awesome. These wheels are kick-ass on this truck. Even with the one woman on YouTube that told me I must be of the younger generation. Mind you, I'm 3 years away from being 50. I know, hard to tell. And that these wheels belong on a Honda or Toyota truck, not on an American car. I went, okay, hide user from channel, because I just don't deal with that crap. You know, you could just scroll on by if you want to be a dick for being the sake of being a dick. You don't get to see when we build a truck that doesn't have Honda or Toyota wheels on it. So I have spread out. I got a table full of crap here to do. My tools here. I got a table full of crap there. What the plan is today's Saturday. If I am not totally dead, and I, might want to have one day off a week to myself, I might be back here Sunday, tomorrow. If not, I will not be going to Ferrari during the week to my normal job. And I will be coming here and working on Sunshine instead. And that is part of the perks of, number one, knowing the boss. Number two, this is the boss's other business, and we need to get it done. And number three, I'm just awesome, so I get to do whatever I want to do. But let me oh, crap, he was here this morning, too, because we were going over what's left to be done on the 70C10. I got to take the seat out. Would have been much easier with him here because it's kind of awkward. So let me do that, and then I'm going to start on my wiring behind the seat and kind of fan my way out in both directions to more wiring until I'm going to do as much as I can before I have to put it up on the lift to start doing plumbing and wiring underneath. So let us get started on this. Sideways rain now. This is awesome. Hey, ladies and gents. So, I'm going to show you what I'm going to get going on right now. I've got a somewhat plan going. So, I said so a lot. The main power and main ground for these two are going to go directly through a hole here and come down the back. The power wire is in the front. I have to run that up here. This ground wire is actually going to the seat bolt back here. Then I can run my powers out to the amp, out to this. I have wires I have to run in here from the fuel pump and then back out to the fuel pressure sensor. And as you can see, I'll show you right here, this is what I'm going to be doing for all the wires. Just a hole and put them through cleanly. Oh, let me put you so you can see it. Cleanly and neatly. This whole thing, after I'm done with that, is coming back off, completely disassembled. I've got, right there actually, fabric to glue onto this and make this all neat. My RCAs are all coming out right there. And then this piece will be done, and I can finish mount in the speaker as well. And the only other holes I got to drill is for all these speaker wires. But let me grab a drill bit, some patience, and go to town on all this. All right, so I've got this pulled out. I've got it carpeted, felted, whatever. It's not really carpet. I've got all my holes punched for running my wires and stuff, and mounted what I had here back up to it. Now George is in there working on doing some interior stuff, hooking up all the inputs and outputs to the Dakota Digital. But as soon as he's done with the ground wires that he's running right now, we're going to back the truck up a little bit, lift it up, and I've got to run these 3 main harnesses that I pre-loomed this morning for the VaporWorks fuel control kit, because all those plus one additional for my fuel turn-on have to come up through this hole right here, which I got to punch still, and then I have to terminate everything into a MetroPack connector. And the only other things I'll have to do is, once I get this seated back up in there but not screwed in to the backboard, just run my speaker wires out and out to that side, and this part will be done. And then I can mount the box to this side of it over here, and behind the seats will be taken care of. Oh, as well as in through here, the Vintage Air 2 powers, or is it 1 power? Yeah, it's 1 power and 2 grounds coming in through there as well. All right, ladies and gents, that might be the shortest video I've ever done, because we just went to town on it. As you can see, this is covered. Ran into a snag, which sucks at this stage. That connector right there is my Ford Mustang fuel module connector, and by fuel module I mean fuel pump assembly, that goes directly up to the top 2 terminals, right here and here, ground and power, to that controller. The problem is, I'm upside down like this trying to get that thing to plug in. I couldn't get it to plug in. I'm like, what's wrong with me? I've never had issues like this. I've always been able to get it in. The fuel pump that's in this is actually the GM CTSV fuel pump. Somehow, wrong pump got shipped in this tank, because they come tank all assembled, made 100%. You just bolt the tank into the truck or car and go. So we have the correct 18 to 20 or 18 to 21 Mustang fuel pump coming for Wednesday. But that stopped me from completely getting this 100% done and bolted back in the final time, because those wires need to come out of this hole here, and if I bolt it back in, I can't, you know, get the wires, run them up how I'm supposed to run them. And I didn't even want to run the wire, because our 2 choices were to get the whole harness from VaporWorks that has the CTSV connector, because other than the connector on the fuel pump, these systems are identical. There's no difference controller-wise between Ford and Chevy, except that you got to set your fuel pressure through this little nub there, whatever, set screw. But, I mean, you can see I've got most of my wires in there, because you'll have a couple more powers and grounds coming out for the Vintage Air. It's just a bummer. We were rolling. We were getting ready to, like, get this thing done, get the push button start done, crank this thing today. Not start, but crank, because we still don't have fuel lines in it. All right, what I did get in here, this is my ground wire I have to route nicely, is a secondary fan controller. Now, why do we need that? I'm running a high-low speed setup like I always do, but why do I need a secondary controller? So the power by the hour wiring kit gives you one wire, one feed off to control your fans. So if you want to do a second speed, you need a second input to control that. So this is, we've had great luck with these, just a normal dial with the capillary sender type deal that goes in your radiator. This radiator is a upflow, so a downflow, so the hottest part's going to be at the top, so we'll get the actual engine temp reading. So we're using that to control high speed. Once we get this running and warmed up, I'll disconnect the low, or actually I'll turn them off in the tune and let it get up to 210. And then I will turn that dial until the high-speed fans come on to cool it off, and that's how I will set that. Also mounted up my reservoir, or overflow tank, sorry, for the cooling system. Where is it? Here it is. So this is my reservoir for the power steering. This is going to be mounted right here. This is the same as we did for the 69 F100. And we're going to get going on it. So basically, my plan is to go out tonight because I'm stressed out. And then we are going to relax tomorrow. Monday, I have to go to Ferrari because I have warranty work that needs to be done before I can take off. And once that warranty work is done, I'm over here and we're getting this stuff done. And you will have almost daily videos until it gets done. I'm going to go have a couple drinks tonight and some food. I haven't eaten all day. That's how much I've been working. And, you know, do what I do and then come back here and do it again. So on this beautiful, beautiful day, which I'm glad I brought my umbrella because I parked my truck way out there, I'm going to go home now. All right, people, good morning. It is Tuesday, and I'm at the muscle car shop. Gonna do what I gotta do. I'm gonna start today off by getting this board mounted. I've run all the wiring I need up under the truck and through and all that good stuff. So I'm going to start feeding those things through my various holes I have here, and then finish run. The last thing I will need to do after I get those wires that are already there is just run all these speaker wires. Okay, so you can see the method to my madness. Here's the board, and probably better if I didn't have it shining that direction. Yeah, that's a little better. So now I'm going to start terminating my runs to where they need to go. And once all this is taken care of, I will start running my speaker wires out to their general locations, and then we'll be good. And then I can permanently mount the speaker box in over here, and we can move on to one of the other 7 million tasks I have to do. All right, we are, with the exception of one channel for the speaker wires because we ran out of wire, we are done with this. So as soon as that one or that spool of speaker wire gets here so I can finish that, I can get this 100% done, mount the speaker over there, and be done with everything I need to do behind the seat. I'm going to turn my attention now over to this mess and get this push button start wired up. All right, guys, little by little, I'm getting this push button start wired. I need to remember where my starter signal comes from because it doesn't come from this anymore. It comes, I believe, from the Power by the Hour kit. So I have to look. I believe there's a blunt cut out there I have to bring down and replace my original starter turn on with. But here's what I do have. I have a light switch here, and it works now. I have lights. And if I jump this purple wire here, this is my HVAC, so that should come on. There we go. And if I jump my accessory right here, what I get is two things. If I can keep this jumped. First of all, my accessories come on. There we go. And, oh, why is my amp not powered on? I'll have to take a look and see. Oh, there it is. It was waiting for the remote wire to power up. Cool. So little by little, I'm getting through this. It's not coming easy. Oh, also, wipers will work if the accessory is also jumped. Oh, wrong accessory. That's accessory feed. This is accessory for all the accessories. All right, so I'm getting there. I just got some stuff I got to figure out, and it's a pain in the butt, and time constraints suck, and I'm taking 1 step forward, 6 steps back, that whole deal, but we're getting somewhere. I have stuff working, so that is good. So let me do some looking around. We are currently also plumbing the power steering system. We got a transmission cooler so we can plumb that. We're working on stuff. It's just, it's utter chaos is what it is, but we're getting there, little by little. Does it look like a mess? It's kind of a mess, but we've got a lot wired today. I did a lot more working than I did filming because when I start to get stuff coming together wiring, I just kind of cruise. Let me show you what we got. So, you saw I got this back panel pretty much done with the exception of one speaker wire that's going to run out that side and up to this side dash speaker. We just ran out of speaker wire. It sucks when that happens. But I'll show you what's up. So, push button start. We've got, or I've got, wired. So I'm going to set this up eventually so it's passive so you can just walk up and not have to hit the unlock button. But as for right now, we're in the unlock lock configuration. So you hit unlock, lights up, you press it once, you press it twice, and you're in accessory mode. Now if you wanted to start, you would hold the brake pedal and hold it until it starts. I don't have a brake switch in it yet, so, you know, and the starter's not hooked up, and I don't have fuel lines and anything else in the engine bay for major grounds and powers that need to be wired to do that, so let's skip by that. But, as you can see, Dakota Digitals are on. I'm going to turn the hazards on. They're just going to stay on because I don't have any bulbs in to make them flash. So, that's all wired. Wipers, good to go. Lights. Well, let's look first. Dome light. Woohoo! All right, radio, powered, good to go. Amp, powered, good to go. Vintage air, powered, good to go. Also, I really like these. Let's see if we get this side. These lights on these round style vintage airs. That's nice. I like that. And yes, my lights are on my Dakota Digital as well. So next, what do I have under here left to do? I have to do, like I said, that speaker wire. I have to mount the gas pedal so I can plug it into here. And then this OBD2 port's going to be mounted in the glove box in here. And I need to get the BIM conversion box so that way my factory Ford computer, with the exception of the oil pressure, because it's just an on-off switch in these, not an actual pressure switch or pressure reading switch, all of my signals, speedometer, tach, oil, what else is on here? Voltage, obviously, is just the voltage that's in here. I think that's it, actually. Speed, tach, oil, water, and water are all going to be read off the factory PCM and transferred into the Dakota Digital, so I don't have to run individual senders for all that. So yeah, so let's see. So while I was doing all that, the other guys got all of the power steering reservoir and lines plumbed. So power steering system is plumbed. To be able to start this, to crank it at least, I need to elongate these 3 power wires over to my battery and this ground over to my battery. And then I have one small ground here that I need to elongate and ground somewhere, one down here, oh here it is, right here, and one at the back of the motor. And those are all factory grounds. It's just this whole harness has been shifted to fit the whole directional. And this truck is going to be column shift. And that's about it. That's all we got going for today. Doesn't feel like a lot, but it literally took me a solid 8 hours because there was a lot of checking powers, grounds, making sure everything worked. It's a good deal of crap, but sunshine is one step closer to running. Hopefully by the end of the week, we'll see. I'm not gonna make any promises, I always do, but Other than that, we're combining 2 days of video here because Saturday was just too short. I wasn't going to do like a 10-minute video because I like aggravating people and putting up 30 minutes of video. But that's it. That's today. This thing is also getting worked on. It's definitely not going to make October Barrett, but they're getting it done so we can do, I believe, January Barrett, which is also in Scottsdale. But that's it. I will see you guys tomorrow.